Hello students, welcome back to the biology class. So in the last class we did the underground type of stem. We understood that there are various methods of perennation possible for stems, and these methods of perennation or to survive under the unfavorable condition to remain underground as a modified stem. There are various modifications possible, and these are suckers, rhizomes, corms, tuber as well as bulb. We even did the three types of the bulb which are possible, especially these two we understood in detail regarding onion as well as the garlic. After that we covered the modifications of the aerial stem. We understood tendrils are modification of the stem, and if the tendrils develop in the stem, then they develop from only three portions, that is the buds, and those buds can be axillary bud or extra axillary bud or otherwise the apical bud. The aerial stem can even modify, or you can say the buds can even modify into spines and thorns as well as prickles. And phylloclade and cladode we understood are the photosynthesizing modifications of the stem. In phylloclade, the whole stem or shoot system develops into green color, photosynthesizing portion, fleshy portion, like in the case of cactus and opuntia. But in the case of asparagus, we learned that there is this main stem does not modify, only the branches modify, so it is called as cladode. And then we learned flower is also a modification of aerial stem, which is very essential for completing the sexual reproduction. We understood the functions of the stem as the primary functions and the secondary function. Now let's start with the new topic, and that is the branching of the stem. So this is the last portion left, and then we will move over to the next topic, that is leaves. Now what exactly branches mean? See, we all understand that a stem, we have learned in this concept that in these type of plants you will hardly find branching coming up. Yes, in the case of poaceae you can see, in bamboo you can see branches coming up, but in very few ericaceae members or palm you will find very less of them bearing branches. Generally they remain as a long one stem, and that is called as the unbranched type of the stem. But in maximum plants around us, whether the decurrent form or the excurrent form, you will always find branchings are there. So how do the branches develop? The concept is branches develop in two methods. One is the dichotomous method and the other one is the lateral method. Now dichotomous means what? The tip of the shoot system will divide into two equal halves, and each will grow into branches. So this type of branching is called as dichotomous. If you break this word, dicho means two and tomi means cut. So the tip will break into or branch into two, and then similarly this will break into two. So it continues to grow like this. This type of branching is rare to be found in the flowering plants. It is basically found in the lower forms of plants, for example Riccia, Markensia. So there are bryophytes which you have learned in the 9th class. In those plants you can easily find such type of branching. So dichotomous branching is produced by the division of the apical bud into two equal parts, producing two branches in a forked manner. So a fork type of manner would be there in formation. It is common among the cryptogems. Cryptogems are those which are the lower forms of plants. In flowering plant, it is found in very rare plants. For example, in the case of screw pine scientific name is Pandarus. So in screw pine you can easily find dichotomous branching. Otherwise this type of branching is not found in the flowering plants. So flowering plants show which type of branches? Basically lateral branches. Now what is lateral branches? Lateral branch means from the sidewise a branch will develop. Such type of branching is called as lateral branching, and these branching are again of two types, racemose type and the cymose type. Now how are these two types different from each other? Let's understand. In the case of racemose type of branching, the main shoot will continue to grow. So the main shoot has indefinite type of growth pattern. So the main shoot will continue to grow, and then later on branches will grow from the sides. So in the racemose you can say that their main stem continues to grow indefinitely by the terminal bud. So there will be a terminal bud here, and branches are produced in the acropetal manner. Now what is acropetal? Try to understand this word. When we say acropetal, that means the branches are arranged in such a manner that the lower branches are older and the top branches are younger. Reason is but there will be buds present here in the axil of the leaves. Now from axil of the leaves, from those axil of the leaves, buds will grow. So the farther it is from the tip, it will be the older branch, and closer to the tip it will be the younger branch. So such type of arrangement where the bottom branches are older and longer and the topmost branches are younger and shorter, such an arrangement of branches is called as acropetal type of branching. So 2 points you have to remember here. In the racemost branching, first point is that the main stem will continue to grow indefinitely, and second point, branches will grow in which manner? Acropetal manner. Now another point you can learn is that these branches do not compete with the main stem. So main stem will continue to grow and the branches also will continue to grow side by side. So such type of plants are very common, like for example Casuarina, Polyalthia longifila. What is Polyalthia longifila? Ashoka tree. You would have seen the conical shape of Ashoka tree, or if you look at the eucalyptus also, similar shape is possible. So such plants will show racemost type of branching. I hope this point you are able to link from the previous lectures. These type of plants will show racemost type of branching. Now let's come to the next type. The next one is the cymose type of branching. Now what is cymose type of branching? The main branch will grow definitely and the lateral branches will come in which manner? Basipetal manner. So the two main points of differences between these two is racemose. In the racemose type of branching, the main shoots, main stem will continue to grow indefinitely. Here it will be definite, that means after some time it will stop its growth. And in this case, the branches arrange in the acropetal manner. Here the branches grow in the basipetal manner.